If you would like to see how I put together a 52 list for happiness journal spread, stay tuned. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shamiza, also known as the Curvy African Planner, here on YouTube and on Instagram. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you're one of my OGs, y'all know I got nothing but love for ya. Let's get started in today's video. So, as you guessed it, yes, I am putting together a spread for, I believe it's list number 17 in the 52 lists for happiness journal journey that I am on. I am loving this journey so far. Sometimes I do have to back plan because I don't always have everything done in the week. However, I love being able to look back and check out some of the spreads that I completed, and it just really helps with staying super duper positive, especially on those days where I just don't feel so positive. So the stickers that I'm going to be using today are from Crafty Planner Queen. So I already went ahead off camera and cut out everything here. I cut out the functional boxes, and then I cut out the Boss Babe aesthetic icons. These are both available in her shop right now. I will have all the details listed below in the description box so that you can use my affiliate code or my rep code to save you some coins at checkout. And I promise you won't be disappointed. These are great stickers. This is a great kit. I'm super excited to use it. And I'm also pairing it with a verse planning doll, because you know I always have to have a verse planning doll in my verse planning planner. And this doll is from the Business versus Pleasure release. I don't think the actual bundle is available anymore, but I'm sure that they have some individual dolls, like individual sheets like this one. And I will have the code listed for you in the description box below. Please also consider using my code to save you some coins at checkout. Okay, so let's get started. This week's prompt is, I lied to you, it's not list 17, it's list 19. Okay, so this week's prompt is list the ways that you think someone you love would describe you. And then the take action part says, now go and ask them to list their favorite elements of who you are and compare your list to theirs. Don't be shy. It will make them so happy to tell you why they love you. I love this one. I feel like I could use some love, some extra lovin'. I am dealing with some mental health stuff. Some days are easier than others, some days are harder than others, and it's not so bad hearing why other people in your life love you. So I like that prompt. Okay, let's break into this bad boy. All right, so here we are planning for the week of May 8th to the 14th, which is Mother's Day week. You guys, I am so excited. This is my first official Mother's Day. I have a foster kiddo. For those of you who don't know me, if this is your first video, I have a foster kiddo who is now 10 months old. We got her when she was about 2 months old. And so this is the first official Mother's Day that I will be celebrating as a mom. I do struggle with infertility. If you are new to my channel, I had 2 ectopic pregnancies in 2016 and 2017, and I lost both of my fallopian tubes, which means that I cannot conceive naturally. We are on the list for IVF. We're hoping to have our turn soon, but in the meantime, we thought we would foster a kiddo and kind of share our home and our love, because we have so much of it to share, and all children deserve a chance. So that was the reason why we got into fostering. We wanted to give these children a chance. There are so many children in the system that are looking for a loving home. And you know, if you are ever thinking about fostering, or if you're on the fence about it, do it. It's not easy, I won't lie, but do it, because the chance that these children get and to be able to see them grow is just like no other. So it's definitely a humbling experience. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling and let's really get into this dang planning. Okay, so like I said, I went off camera and I already cut out all the stuff that I was going to use for this spread. I'm going to grab my trusty dusty X-Acto knife because I use this to help me peel off the backings of the stickers so that it's easier for me to peel them, because I do have nails and sometimes it's hard to do it. So I also went ahead and I cut this box just like this because I wanted to use it over here to cover it up, but I also wanted to keep the entire border of the sticker. So let's start with this one, and we're gonna cover this section here. And in this box, I'm going to write down what the prompt is in the event that, like, you know, I look back at these stickers or these spreads and I don't have the book, the 52 list book handy to like look up what each list or prompt was. It's nice that it's written on the spread itself. So there you go. Let's start with that. I should probably white out this section here, because sometimes you can see the black writing through the sticker, so I don't want any of that showing. Okay, so I've been getting a few questions on Instagram about my fostering journey, and I live in Canada, so our system works very differently than that of the States, but I mean, fostering is fostering, and like I said, like, giving these kiddos a chance at life is exactly what it's all about. So I would love, like, if you have any questions about fostering, like, please don't hesitate to ask. Sometimes fostering can be difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's hard emotionally, it's hard physically, it's hard mentally. Like, it's hard. It's not an easy task. However, just know that you are truly giving a kiddo a chance at life that they probably wouldn't have gotten elsewhere. There are tons of children in the system, and believe it or not, a lot of them are newborns, which also breaks my heart, because sometimes foster agencies are looking for foster parents to like pick these kiddos up from the hospital. So they're like only hours old when, you know, they come into care. And by you just being there and like showing them the love that they need to develop, you know, it's heartwarming, honestly, super heartwarming. So that's why we do it. We have a beautiful 10-month-old that we are fostering. She is literally the light of our lives right now. Like, she brings so much joy and so much love into our home, and it's great. Honestly, it's super great. Another question I've been getting is like, how does it work with like visits with their bio parents? And honestly, like, it really depends on the situation. So sometimes you'll have many visits, like you'll have 2 or 3 visits a week. Sometimes you won't have any visits at all. So it just depends on the situation at hand. And most of the time it's not like, it's not difficult. Like, I don't know, like I said, it depends on the relationship that the child has with their bio parent. For example, if the bio parent does not have such a great relationship with their kiddo, it, you know, could dysregulate them just a little bit when they come back to their foster home, and then the foster parent has to, like, you know, just get them back to their regulated state. And sometimes it's easy and sometimes it isn't. But as you know, live with the child, and as the child starts to settle into your home and starts to feel comfortable, you as a foster parent will know exactly what your kiddo needs when they come back from a visit. So for me, like, sometimes my foster kiddo, my daughter, I literally, like, refer to her as my daughter because honestly she is, she gets super dysregulated when she gets home from visits sometimes, and it's honestly, it's no fault of anybody's. Like, it's just what it is. Like, she just gets super dysregulated from her visits, and honestly, it's, like I said, it's nobody's fault. It's just how she is. She when she does get dysregulated, it does take my husband and I some time to, like, get her to, you know, just fall back into her own routine. And honestly, like, the older she's getting, the easier it's becoming, because you know your kiddo and you know what they need. So when our foster kiddo comes home from visits, we know that she gets, like, you know, sometimes she's overstimulated because depending on where, like, visits are sometimes they're in the bio parent's home, sometimes they're out in the community. So if they're out in the community, honestly, like, that is hard, because if your kiddo gets overstimulated, like, it's hard for them, right? Obviously it's hard for them, and then it doesn't help with regulating them either. So in that case, our kiddo gets overstimulated when she's out in the community. So when she comes home, we know that we need to do, like, a quiet activity or read a book, or, like, you know, I'll put her in her playpen, I'll get in there with her, we'll listen to, like, calming music, and, you know, she'll be totally fine. Like, it'll just take some time for her to calm down, but doing those kinds of activities when she comes home really helps calm her down, and then we can just move right into, like, the next part of her routine, which is either normally a nap, or, like, depending on what we have happening that day, like if we have to go out or whatever, you know, we'll just kind of gauge it by how she is. So that's another thing that we do, is I try not to plan anything on the days that she has her visits. So our kiddo has visits 3 days a week, and on those 3 days we try not to plan anything, because we never really know what version of her is going to come home. And that's totally okay too, like, right? Like I said, you're meeting your kiddo where they're at, and then just giving them what they need to succeed. Sometimes, and we're not really in that situation yet, we don't really know, but sometimes you're able to, like, foster to adopt, and you're able to eventually, as the time goes, you're able to then adopt your kiddo. However, in Alberta, if you are looking to do, like, with the foster, or within the foster system, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I am still learning, so please, like, I don't mean to offend anybody. Like I said, I'm literally just learning a lot of the rules and regulations. But as far as I'm understanding, in Alberta, if you have an Indigenous child, you are not probably going to able to adopt them. And the reason for that is because they, like Indigenous children, it is important for them to keep their name so that they can find their history, they can find family members and whatnot when they get older. So I think that's really important. I think that's, I think as much as, like, some people believe in, when you adopt a child or, do private guardianship of a child or whatever, that they should carry your last name because they're, that's what makes you a family. No, it doesn't. What makes you a family is the love and the support that you give to your kiddos when they need it. Last name doesn't mean anything. Family is built through love. So that is my take on it. And, you don't have to agree with me, but that's just how I feel about it. And I think it's important that when these children do get older, they are going to want to know where they came from. And erasing their name or giving them a new name or whatever, it's just not healthy for them, because as they get older, they're going to want to know where they came from. And it's important for them to have that sense of belonging. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning about these rules and regulations, but from what I understand so far, I truly believe in it, because like I said, every child deserves to know where they came from. And even though our kiddo is only 10 months old, when she goes to visit her bio parents, we do refer to them as tummy mummy and tummy daddy, because at the end of the day, that is who they are. And it is important for her to know just how special she is. So we always remind her, like, you're the luckiest girl in the world. You have a tummy mummy, you have a tummy daddy, you have a heart mummy and a heart daddy, and we all love you and we all want the best for you, and we're all gonna work together to ensure that you get what you need in order to succeed in life. And that, I don't care what anybody says, but like that's what we do. That's what we share with her. Because I would never, like I said, I never want her to grow up feeling like she didn't know or that we kept anything from her. We let her know every single day that, like, when she goes for a visit, that her tummy mummy and tummy daddy love her so much, and that they're working on getting better so that they can spend more time with her. And that's just what I truly believe in. And, she knows that she always has a home to come back to, a safe place for her to be, and that no matter what, we will always, always, always love her. So that's just a little insight into what fostering is like. There's lots more information, but that's just like the gist of what fostering is like, and how how hubby and I go about doing it. I just feel like it's such a humbling experience, and it's not an easy one, obviously. And, raising other people's children, especially when their culture is different from yours, is extremely hard. But I also think that, being able to learn and accept other people's culture is so powerful and like so empowering. So in our home, like, I love learning about the Indigenous culture, and we try and incorporate as much of the Indigenous culture as we can into this little girl's life, because she is half Indigenous. And so we definitely try our hardest to incorporate that in our home. And I think it's so beautiful to be able to learn about someone else's culture. And like, at the end of the day, we're all people and we are all human beings. We all bleed the same color. Nobody is above the other. And I want this little girl to grow up accepting other people's culture, other people's religion, because that is what being a great human being is all about. Acceptance. So, like I said, if my intentions with sharing my story is not to offend anybody, I am still learning about the rules, the regulations, the policies, the culture, and what's most important is that we're open to it and that we're willing to learn and fix the mistakes that we've made. So Like I said, if I've offended anybody, that is not my intention. I hope this is just something that we can do and learn together. So that is why I share what I know, so that, you know, I'm able to educate others. And I would appreciate if there's anybody out there watching this video, if you do have any questions or concerns, like, please just let me know. Reach out to me. You can DM me on Instagram, and let's just, you know, learn about this culture, this process, fostering. Let's just do it together. So that brings me to the end of my spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love the way this looks. If I've done this video justice, please do give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that post notification button so that you guys know every single time that I upload. And remember, it is a cruel world out there, so be kind to one another and do something kind for one another. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!